What's up guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a little first impression using the new PatrickStarrr for MAC Heat Stroke Summer Collection. The collection comes in a little kit. It is called the Summer Star Collection and it has 2 lip glasses, an eyeshadow quad, and a bronzing powder. So the kit comes with those items in it and it retails for $49.50, and then outside of that there is also an opalescent face powder. It's the hot and heavy opalescent face powder, and this retails for $34 US. Just so you guys know, for reference in this video and for future reference and reference in other videos that I do, whenever I receive something from MAC, specifically, for most companies this applies to, but specifically for MAC, I will list all of the release dates and the prices and everything in the description down below, because MAC usually sends a lot of information about when things are being released along with the items that they send us. So any details about the price in Canadian dollars, the release dates for the US, the release dates for Europe, any information that they provide me, I will put it in the description for you guys so you can reference it if you are interested in the items. So I think I'm going to start with the Heat Stroke eyeshadow quad, which looks like that. It's kind of reminiscent of the Naked Heat palette, although much smaller, obviously, because it's only 4 shades. So I am going to start by trying this on my eyes. Okay, so the colors in here are Sandy Crotch, which is hilarious, Rash, Ruddy, and Mabuhay. I don't know if, am I saying that right? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think I'm gonna start by putting Sandy Crotch through my crease. So far that's got a nice amount of color payoff, and I really do like it as a crease color. Pretty, very like kind of salmon-y looking. Okay, next I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Ruddy, which is this kind of like a rusty red shimmer. I'm gonna pack that onto a shader brush, and I'm gonna start pressing that onto my lid from the lash line up to the crease, kind of creating almost like a red smoky eye. I think that's kind of the vibe that I'm gonna go with for this. Oh damn, that's pretty pigmented. I did not wet this brush, by the way. Okay, next I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the dark brown in here, Mabuhay. Picking that up on a Sigma E36 brush, and I'm gonna put that just in the outer corner just to darken that a little bit and give my lid a little bit more shape. I'm getting a little bit of fallout with this one, but I was sort of expecting that on this brush. For underneath the eye, I'm gonna go back in with this dark brown, this time on a pencil brush. These seem to be blending especially easily. Like the mattes are really kind of just blending right into my skin on their own without a lot of effort, which is always very nice. I'm gonna take a little bit of the color Brash on the same pencil brush, and I think I'm gonna put just a little bit of that toward the inner corner of the eye just to kind of brighten it a little and just to see how that color applies. Oh wow, that color is so much more metallic than I was expecting it to be. Wow. Wow, look how metallic that is. Holy shit. All right, I just popped on some liner on the inner waterline, not from the collection, so we won't be talking about it today, and some lashes. I know you guys are gonna ask, these are House of Lashes Juliet again, and they are not dry yet, so don't judge them. They'll settle in a second. Next, we're going to try the Give Me Life bronzing powder. Now, this looks a little bit on the dark side for me as far as a bronzer, but it definitely looks like I can contour with it. So that's what we're going to try to do today. Also, before we start doing that, I don't know why I got so aggressive there for a second. I just want to say that I am really pleasantly surprised by these eyeshadows. They are so much more interesting and like vibrant than I was expecting them to be from what they look like in the pans. I'm really impressed with them, and I think this might be, I don't know if it's just because it was so surprising, but I think this might be my favorite quad from all of the MAC Patrick collections. All right, I'm gonna use my BH number 4 brush and see how this works as a cheek contour. So this is a little bit warmer than I would normally go for a contour, but for a day where I was just doing a light contour instead of like doing a fully sculpted cheek and like sculpting my nose, and I just wanted to throw on a contour color that was healthy looking and could kind of double as a bronzer, I think I would definitely reach for this. I'm actually gonna try some as like a bronzer around my hairline because it's actually a lot lighter than it looked like it was gonna be from inside the pan. Okay, I actually think I love this. I think I love this color. I'm into it. I don't think I could contour my nose with it though. I think it's too warm for that. Next, I'm going to try the Hot and Heavy Opalescent Face Powder as a highlight. The fact that this says opalescent makes me think that it's going to be a little bit more on the subtle side as a highlight, but sometimes that's what I like, and I also have hair stuck to my forehead. Okay, so this color works for me on the cheek area, but I feel like to highlight my nose and like my cupid's bow, my chin, things like that, it's a little too dark. So if you're as fair as I am, this color might be a little too dark for you as an all over highlight. It works on the cheeks because it blends with the bronzer, and I'm gonna put blush and it'll all meld together. But if you look real close on my nose, you could kind of see like a darkness where I put it down. So maybe not if you're super duper pale, but like anything a little bit more tan than me, I think it'll be gorgeous. I actually really like it on the cheeks though. And I'm also gonna pick a little bit up on a pencil brush and pop that on my inner corner. I actually kind of really like it on my cupid's bow as well. I had like a little bit of lip conditioner on and it stuck really nicely to my whole upper lip, and I'm really enjoying the way that looks. I think maybe just for the nose, it's not working for me here. And last, we have the two lip glosses in the collection. We have Fashion Punch and Cream Pie. Both of them are very nude. Cream Pie is a little bit more pink and Fashion Punch is a little bit more warm. I'm gonna line my lips with MAC Hover Lip Pencil, and then I'm going to apply those lip glosses. First, I'm going to try Fashion Punch. That's actually a gorgeous nude gloss, and it's so Patrick. This is such a Patrick lip. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of Cream Pie in the center. Okay, I think I'm obsessed with how these lips look on camera. Oh my goodness, why they look so good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like in love with these two lip glosses. I don't usually really like cream nude gloss colors, but damn, these look really good. They're kind of giving me the PatrickStarrr lips I always wished I could have. This came out way more like fun and me and fun than I was expecting, and I'm super impressed. All right, I'm gonna just hit myself with a little bit of setting spray, fix my hair, and then we will discuss the collection as a whole. All right, so this is the finished look, and I gotta say, I am feeling this so much more than expected, like so much more. So being that the kit comes with the eyeshadow quad, the two lip glosses, and the bronzing powder, and then just the illuminating powder is sold separately, there's really only two items to review as separate entities here. And if I had to pick one, I would 100% go with the kit. Both lip glosses are gorgeous, and the eyeshadow quad is just like so much more interesting than I expected it to be by looking at it. Because look, let me open it up for you again and show it to you. It looks like nudie bronzes, but really, realistically, I got like a rusty metallic kind of smoky eye from this, which is like kind of, in my opinion anyway, in like right in that area where it's like, wow, that's a little bit interesting, that's a little bit different, but it's still completely wearable, and you could make it just like super glam if you wanted. Speaking of super glam, the color Brash, the one that I was putting on my inner corner, and I was blown away how metallic it was, I guarantee you if you did this over the whole lid, you would have like a bronzy, reddish copper, metallic foiled lid situation. Ooh, bitch. I really felt looking at it that it was going to be more comparable to Naked Heat, and it's not terribly different from Naked Heat, but it's different enough from the Naked Heat palette that I feel like if I had purchased both of them with my own money, I wouldn't be mad that I had repeats or something. I also find it impressive that with just 4 shades, I was able to get a complete eye look out of it. Obviously, I used the highlight on my inner corner, so that brought it to life a little bit more, but I could have done without that, to be honest. And in any situation, I'm going to be highlighting the rest of my face anyway, so personally for me, usually a highlight shade can be left out of a quad and I'll be like, all right, that's fine. We can still make a full eye look out of this. I also think you could probably make several different eye looks out of this. So for 4 shades that don't look like they're going to be that crazy, I think this is really fun and really impressive, and well done, Patrick and Mac. I'm also super into the 2 lip gloss colors, and I'm so glad that they come together in that kit because I feel like layered over each other, they are beautiful. So you don't feel like you have to go out of your way to get that layering effect because they come together in the kit. So it works out really nice. A lot of times I'm like really partial to a certain combination of lipsticks, and I always feel bad recommending them to people because I'm like, oh, I don't want you to have to go out and spend an extra $20 just to get the lip look that I like to wear. But in this case, they come together anyway, so it works out perfect. The liner is separate, obviously, but you could really use any like nudie brown liner that you have. It doesn't have to be specifically the one that I used. The bronzer was really, really pretty. It blended out well. I like the undertones in it. I do think that if you're on the more fair side, you could use it as a regular bronzer and you could use it as a contour. And I feel like if you had a deeper skin tone, it'd probably look really, really pretty as just a bronzer. Depending on how deep your skin is, I would imagine that some people who are a lot tanner than me could probably still get away with using it as a contour if you go in a little bit more heavy-handed than I did. But it would probably be more of like a very natural contour. But I think the undertones of it are really nice. It kind of has like a little hint of red and a little hint of green, so it's like right in that neutral brown range without being ashy looking. And it also is not orange, which is nice because things tend to look very orange on me. The only thing that I'm not like running out my door to recommend is the Opalescent face powder, and to be honest, not for any reason of it being bad. It is a nice face powder. The way it applied was really smooth. It makes my skin look nice, but for me, it's a touch too bronzy and golden for certain parts of my face. And I also, personally for me, again, usually go for something that's a little bit brighter and more reflective for my highlight. I think this one really depends on A, your skin tone, and B, how bright you like your highlights to be. If you like subtle but not too subtle highlight and you're a little bit more tan than me, or even a lot more tan than me, then you will probably love the shit out of this. It's not replacing my MAC Hyper Real Glow anytime soon, okay? I'll say that. Overall, I'm not surprised that I'm really impressed with this collection again because I don't think there has been one of the Patrick collections that has come out just yet that I haven't liked at least most of it. So it's not surprising that I'm impressed with it, but I'm impressed with it in ways that I didn't think I would be, and I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with the eyeshadows for sure. Please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it because that really helps me out, and I would super appreciate you till the end of time if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already because that is a really great way for us to stay in touch here on YouTube. And if you really want to stay in touch with me on YouTube, please go ahead and hit the notification bell and make sure that it's turned to all so that you know anytime I upload immediately upon my uploads will you know. Well, I mean, apparently, sometimes YouTube has been a little bit shady about it, I hear through the grapevine. Don't forget to follow me on other social media. I'm at Miss Quinface, which I'll list here on the screen. Pretty much anywhere you ever want to find me, come find me on Twitter if you want to chat about anything. Come find me on Instagram if you want to see high-def pictures of my makeup looks, more interesting makeup looks, lip art, and my behind the scenes on my stories. I update those, God, so many times a day. Probably too many times a day if we're being honest. But that's also where I run polls and see what you guys want to see next, and we talk about movies and shit and food sometimes. All sorts of good things. I think that's all for today. Congratulations again to Patrick. I really like this collection. If you like the colors in this kit, I definitely recommend it. I think it is absolutely beautiful, very high quality. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel super sexy in this lipstick right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.